Hey everyone, why am I wearing these still? I just got done reacting over on PlayStation Source with Kevin Diaz, Cam Hawkins to the state of play that happened today, June 2nd. I've been hard on PlayStation since the PS5 launched. I grew up playing PlayStation. I became a fan of video games through Nintendo and PlayStation growing up, and they delivered a hell of a show. I think this is better than the last showcase they did where they announced KOTOR and Spider-Man and Wolverine. I think this is better than the PS5 reveal because for a number of reasons, but the reason you clicked on the damn video, uh, Resident Evil 4 Remake opened the show with this. They opened with this. They opened with the date. They opened with the damn date for Resident Evil 4 Remake, and oh lord. Not to brag, but I could tell immediately from that font. I did at first think it was maybe Last of Us because of the white and the black. However, Resident Evil 4 Remake is real, it looks incredible, and I'm blown away by this. So, there's a blog post. We'll get to that after the trailer viewing, communal viewing. I am over the moon about this game. Resident Evil 4 is my second favorite Resident Evil game. Resident Evil 2 Remake might be my favorite game of all time. It's like right there next to Kingdom Hearts 2 and 1. Uh, but RE4 grew on me. I played through the whole series a couple years ago for the first time. And RE4 at the time was like, okay, I get it. And I really loved my time with it. But there were elements like the camera control on PS4 that I didn't love. And when the promise of a remake was announced, I was very excited because RE2 is flawless. There's nothing wrong with that game. Cut content, sure. I don't know any better. I never played the original. I did for this though. And what I'm seeing here, the tweaks I'm seeing here to make it more in line, maybe tonally with RE2 Remake, a bit more serious. Same Leon, same voice actor, same model. I'm stoked because one of my least favorite things about RE4 was following Code Veronica. It kind of just is like, oh yeah, Umbrella's gone. And I don't think they're going to explore that maybe in this game, but specifically Leon and Ada's relationship, I'd like to see that iterated on where we left off in 4. And mechanically, like I said, I love how RE2 plays and performs. So having Resident Evil 4's locations, which are so good, maybe even better than the RPD, some of the sequences, boss fights, so many things about RE4 are just incredible. Having that done in the RE engine with this newer Leon, with the control schemes of RE2, makes me very, very excited. And even more exciting is the trailer ended with announcing that there's going to be a VR version of this, a VR element at least, not like a whole campaign playable. See PSVR 2 content also in development, which makes sense because RE4 VR was developed and funded by like an Oculus studio, so I don't think the RE4 VR that exists is leaving Oculus anytime soon. But that's exciting. It's an exciting prospect. I'll pull the trailer up one more time just to showcase a couple of things we were talking about, and I'll read through the blog on this go through. So straight from the PlayStation blog, this is a write up from Edzo, promotion producer at Capcom, titled "Survival Horror Reimagined for 2023." Hi, PlayStation fans. We're excited to finally be able to talk about Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 is a remake of the 2005 game Resident Evil 4. When it first came out, Resident Evil 4 revolutionized the Resident Evil franchise with this new game style that combined action, shooting, and resource management elements, subsequently setting the standard for future RE titles. This time, the game is being developed to achieve state-of-the-art quality for a survival horror suitable for 2023, while preserving the essence of the original game. We aim to make the game feel familiar to fans of the series while also providing a fresh feeling to it. This is being done by reimagining the storyline of the game while keeping the essence of its direction, modernizing the graphics, and updating the controls to a modern standard. And then we have a little recap titled The Story Thus Far. 6 years have passed since the biological disaster in Raccoon City. Leon S. Kennedy, one of the survivors of the incident, has been recruited as an agent reporting directly to the president of the United States. That's not written, that's an ad lib, but applicable. With the evidence of multiple missions on his back, experience of multiple missions on his back, Leon is sent to rescue the kidnapped daughter of the President of the United States. He tracks her to a secluded European village where there is something terribly wrong with the villagers, and the curtain rises on this story of grueling survival horror and rescue. Resident Evil 4 is the latest survival horror game where life and death intersect with terror and catharsis. Oh, I love you, Capcom. Scheduled for release March 24th, 2023. Now, I know the diehards, the people who have grown up with the series, who have played it more than I have, longer than I have, are hesitant with RE4. But I am going to tell you once again, it can use a remake. It can absolutely use a remake. The camera control in that game is not good unless you're playing the Wii version. But I really like what they show here. I really like the idea of reimagining it because the original still exists and holds up well enough. I think this game deserves a remake more than The Last of Us does. So on that front, I'm excited as somebody who RE2 is my favorite game of all time. That was a complete instinct. It should be Kingdom Hearts', but Resident Evil 2. This excites the hell out of me because I look at this, I'm like, I'm getting another Resident Evil 2 game, essentially. So keeping that in mind, seeing what we show off in this trailer, very, very exciting things. Just like showcasing this, like the RE engine is flexing. It always is. But the lighting on display here, it looks so good. It looks so good. The cabin, there's a villager in there. The village, I was freaking out when I was watching this. There were so many moments that I was just screaming like, oh, it's this. This is one of the best things PlayStation has done for me in years. And it's not even them. Very interesting look at a lot of characters. Villager there, as we can see. Las Plagas. I can't wait to see that castle. I can't wait to see those bugs. Oh my god. These dudes are terrifying. The hooded dudes. When you get to the castle and you start running into them, that's when I actually was like, oh, this game might be a little scary. Villagers, of course, and then the queen herself, Ada Wong, loving the sweater. I cannot wait to see her return, progress with her and Leon. I will say, on Gamescast, I did a prediction with Kevin. I was like, we each did 5. One of mine was Resident Evil 4. My prediction was Resident Evil 4 Remake, announced for January or April. It's going to include a VR thing that's not the VR for RE4, and it will not include Separate Ways. And while we didn't learn that, Separate Ways was optional. It was a second run. I think with the success of Resident Evil 2, more so than RE4 and of RE3 and the backlash of RE3 having cut content and a little, like, not a full campaign of Carlos, just a mission, I would be inclined to hope and think that Separate Ways will be included because, oh man, I love Ada Wong. So that's a hope. That's a pure hope. Where were we? Around here, I think. Yeah, Ada. The boat. Oh my god, the boat. Like seeing the fish, seeing the monsters, seeing the salesman. I'm really curious to see how some of the more fantastical elements translate because I think Village is pretty scary at times, but there are elements of Village that I think are humorous, and I think we could maybe see RE4 adopt some of Village's very like dry, matter-of-fact humor, because I do think there are some very silly things in Village. This guy, I forget his name, forgive me fans, I've only played RE4 once. Sadler too. I'm excited. I might even start a replay of RE4 just purely off the hype. And then Leon in the car. So, As far as I know, I've checked the Capcom Twitter a couple times and the Resident Evil Twitter. It's unclear but doubtful that it's a PS5 exclusive or like a timed exclusive even. The trailer said PS5, so this isn't going to be a PS4 game, um, as far as we know. But I think I think it's likely it's coming to other platforms. So Xbox, I have an Xbox Series S. I don't have a PS5, but I like platinuming Resident Evil games, so maybe this is what gets me to buy PS5. Anyway, this was kind of just a ramble about being overjoyed, ecstatic that Resident Evil 4 looks that good, exists, and is coming so soon. So, yeah. Longtime fans, what do you think? Are you worried? Are you excited? I could cry. I felt emotions. I have not exclaimed that loudly in a long time. So, Leon S. Kennedy, what a guy. Capcom. A quick aside, I love Monster Hunter. I like Mega Man. Uh, I like Devil May Cry now. That took a bit of a try. Resident Evil is my second favorite franchise of all time. That Street Fighter trailer, Street Fighter 6, I might be a Street Fighter guy now. I'm playing that game day one. So Capcom, you are the best. You do not miss. You have not missed since 20. You have not missed since Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Ever since then, smooth sailing. Oh, keep the streak up. Oh man. Anyway, yeah. More reactions coming next week. It doesn't matter anymore. The year's over. We did it. Resident Evil 4 is coming in months, in less than a year. Anyway, enjoy your night, everybody. Play some Resident Evil. Get all cozy. Listen to the music. Think about the mistiness. Resident Evil 4 is coming.